Welcome to Smart Bites Science and Tech.
Great to be here.
Today we're doing a deep dive into, well, what's next for artificial intelligence research?
Yeah, we've got some really fresh insights. There's a new AAI presidential panel report and a big community survey, both just out in March 2025.
Right, so this is pretty current stuff, and our aim here is really to cut through some of the, the hype and complexity.
Exactly. Give you the core ideas about where things are headed.
And these insights come from a wide range of people, right?
Yeah.
Academia, corporate labs.
Oh yeah, and even folks in fields outside core AI that are feeling the impact. It's a broad perspective.
Okay, so let's jump in. What's the big headline finding from these sources?
Well, what really stands out is this strong agreement. Both the expert panel and the wider AI community are saying, look, we need AI that can actually show its reasoning.
Not just generate impressive text or code, which, LLMs are amazing at.
They are amazing. But the report, the survey, they both ask that fundamental question. How do we actually trust the reasoning behind the output, especially, when the decisions matter?
Okay, so this verifiable reasoning thing. It's because right now, AI can sound totally confident, even when it's, completely wrong.
Like that friend who's brilliant at bluffing, as you put it earlier.
Yeah. So we need AI that can sort of show its homework.
Yeah.
Provide the evidence.
That's the idea, not just answers that sound plausible. And here's where it gets really interesting, I think.
Go on.
The surveys showed this huge consensus, like over 75% saying we need to combine these powerful learning models like LLMs with the more, let's say, established symbolic methods. The ones based on logic and rules, things that can guarantee a correct inference.
So bringing logic back into the picture alongside the neural networks.
Precisely. The feeling is that the next breakthrough in AI reasoning is likely to come from that combination. The report actually calls it neuro-symbolic reasoning.
So it's not really an either situation, not just neural nets or symbolic AI.
No, it's about synergy, using the pattern matching power of LLMs, but grounding it in the reliability of logic.
And the survey backed this up strongly.
Yeah, quite a few respondents actually believe that getting to, say, human-level reasoning will need a serious contribution from those symbolic techniques. That's quite a statement.
It really is. And that seems to lead straight into the next big theme, right? Factuality and trustworthiness.
Directly. The report flags this as a priority for AI research right now. There's a problem with AI hallucinations.
Where the AI just makes stuff up.
Exactly, and makes stuff up, sounds convincing, but it's wrong. And that's obviously a massive barrier if we want people to actually adopt and trust these systems.
Makes sense. You can't rely on the information, especially for important things. Its usefulness plummets.
Totally. And the survey data just reinforces this. The community, overwhelmingly, is focused on factuality and trustworthiness in their own work.
So what are the proposed solutions? How do we combat these hallucinations?
Well, the report mentions several things. Improving the models with really carefully chosen data, for one. Also, using techniques like retrieval augmented generation, ARG, where the AI basically looks at trusted sources before answering.
So it's like giving it a library and telling it to check its facts.
Kind of, yeah. And even building in external fact-checking steps.
And the community survey. What did people working in the field think about these approaches?
They're definitely interested. Lots of focus on designing new neural network architectures specifically to be more factual. And yes, effectively using those external fact checks, as you mentioned. What's interesting, though, is while making AI understandable and seen as important to us, there wasn't much enthusiasm for just giving AI a friendly personality to make us trust it.
So no shortcuts, no artificial charm. People want proof.
The emphasis is reliable, verifiable performance, not just a pleasant interface. Demonstrated competence over simulated personality.
That feels right. So the path forward seems to be about building AI that's not just powerful, but also dependable, reliable, trustworthy.
Yes, and getting there isn't just magically how it goes.
It needs more than just computer science.
Absolutely. Both the report and the survey really hammer this home. Tackling reasoning, factuality, trust, it requires a genuinely multidisciplinary effort.
Like involving philosophers, ethicists.
Exactly. Insights from philosophy just to properly define what we mean by reasoning. Insights from ethics to make sure these systems align with our values.
And in the survey for that kind of collaboration.
Huge support. Something like 95% of the people surveyed said they were interested in multidisciplinary research. It really shows how interconnected all these challenges are.
So wrapping this up, what is the snapshot?
Well, it's a picture of AI at a really crucial point. The initial wow factor is still there, but the focus is shifting.
Shifting towards making AI more solid, more dependable, and frankly more ethical.
I think so. It's less about just scaling up bigger and bigger models and more about making them fundamentally better, reliable, more trustworthy, ultimately more beneficial.
It's not just faster.
Precisely. And maybe that leaves you with a final question to wonder. As AI keeps evolving so rapidly, which of these big research pushes we talked about, getting that verifiable reasoning right, nailing factuality and trust, or really embracing that multidisciplinary teamwork, which one do you think will end up having the biggest impact on AI?
Because this look into the AI's thinking makes it clear, doesn't it? The road ahead for AI is
Full of amazing potential, for sure, but also some really significant challenges to overcome.